Hi Gemini, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your November 2021 tarot reading. Thank you to those of you who liked, viewed, shared, subscribed, and donated to the channel. I appreciate all of that. And for those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's a Celtic Oral spread as always, and I also pulled an Oracle card and a Mudra card for you guys. We're actually going to start the reading off by rolling those astrology dice we have in front of us to get an idea of where your focus will be as far as that goes. Okay, so we have Capricorn, and that's actually your 8th house of investments, death, rebirth, taxes, intimacy. And we have Pluto in there. Started its direct motion recently. We also have Neptune, and Neptune's actually in your 10th house of career and social status. And the third dice fell, so hold on, let me go get that. All right, we have 10. So 10th house of career and social status. Again, like I said, for you guys, that is Pisces, and nothing really going on there necessarily, astrologically speaking, other than the Neptune thing, but looks like there could definitely be a focus on career for you guys this month, especially given that Capricorn's your 8th house, but that's the traditional ruler of 10th house matters. So with that in mind, with the main situation position, we have the 4 of Pentacles, and this is actually Capricorn energy too, so already we're starting to see that connection there. But this energy in particular, usually to me this represents really thinking about where you want to invest your time, money, resources, energy. So this could just be where you guys are at right now, maybe a bit closed off. For you guys, Capricorn is your 8th house, like I was mentioning, so this could be around some investments, right? Maybe you're thinking about, okay, maybe you've accumulated some assets and you're thinking to yourself, all right, well, where do I want to invest these things, right? So I feel like you're deep in thought about what your next move is going to be. All right. In the challenger obstacle position, we have the Hermit, which is the major arcana card for Virgo, the 8 of Swords, which is Gemini energy, and the Knight of Pentacles, which is also Virgo energy. So for some of you, this could even be around a move of some kind, given that we see the 4th house energy pop up twice for you, and then we see the 8 of Swords, which looks like there's a hesitancy to make a move. So however, this is around, again, like I said, some kind of a physical investment, or let's just look at another practical way this could play out, since we've also seen a lot of 10th house energy come out for you guys. Maybe there's a situation where you might get a really good job offer, right? But the problem is it could be way across the country. And you're like, okay, do I want to actually move, right? Like there could be the tangible benefits of taking the job as far as maybe there's more income. Maybe it's even more along the lines of something you'd like to do. But then you're thinking about, well, there's also a lot that would go behind actually physically moving across the country, right? So it could just be one of those things that you're really deep in thought about. Like, okay, is it worth the investment to do so? So that's one way I could see that playing out. And for others of you, this could just be possibly an idea that you've been kicking around since Virgo season, possibly, and you're still not quite ready to make the move on it just yet. Or if this is around investments you've already made, you might feel like the payoff from that is actually coming in really slow. All right, in the foundation position, we have the 9 of Swords, so more Gemini energy here. Looks like I said, it looks like you guys are really stuck in your head around the situation, giving it a lot of thought. There's a lot of anxiety and worry around the situation. Like I said, this definitely seems to be related to finances in some way for the majority of you, possibly even a physical move around that, or just moving your assets around and investing, right? So that's what I'm seeing there. All right, in the past position, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So again, we see Pentacle energy. This could just be saying that this might have been an idea that came to you in the past, and for whatever reason, maybe now it's actually closer to becoming a reality, and now you're trying to really evaluate, okay, do I want to make this move? So like I said, it could have been a job offer you received in the past, or you might have even applied for the job in the past, but circumstances might have changed to where you're like, I don't know if I still want to take that at this time. So it could just be a bit of a reevaluation phase. And again, this could be something that might have come to you as an idea recently, and now you're actually seeing that there's the possibility for it to happen, but you're just still really deep in thought about making the move. All right, in the present position, we have the Devil, which is Capricorn energy. and the Emperor, Aries energy. So Capricorn energy could come up in your dice too, and that might be part of what it is too. So especially given that for you guys, Aries energy is groups, it could just be saying that you might feel like people in your environment might be pressuring you to make this decision too, right? And for whatever reason, that might actually make you feel even a little bit more uneasy about it. Like, okay, why are they all of a sudden putting all this pressure on me to make this move, right? So that could be part of what's leading to your hesitancy and doubt around the situation as well. Especially if maybe for, like I said, if this was an idea someone mentioned to you 6 months ago and then they never really mention it again, then now all of a sudden they come back and now they're really insistent, no, we really need to do this. You might be like, okay, where did this come from all of a sudden? So it could be one of those situations. This could also be saying that what might be preventing you from making a move is you might feel like you have some ties to your current situation. So again, going back to that group scenario, right? You're like, oh yeah, okay, I could make this move, but I'd be leaving a lot of friends behind, right? Whatever the case may be. So there could be a little bit of hesitancy on your part with that. All right. In the near future position, we have the Ace of Cups. So with this energy, we see the Ace of Pentacles in the past. Now we see the Ace of Cups. I feel like this could just be saying in a way, for whatever reason, the word that comes to mind when I'm looking at this card is compromise. So, for example, if you're just bogged down in the practicality of a situation, right, this could be where there could be, well, maybe I was going to say an emotional appeal, but I don't necessarily feel like that's it. But you might just start getting these signs and synchronicities that it might be the right path for you. So, where you're just really bogged down in the practicality. You might hear a song on the radio that mentions something that somehow connects you back to the situation, or you might have a dream about the exact situation, right? Things along those lines. I feel like that could be what's what might come through for you guys. If that's the case, definitely be on the lookout for those signs, and that might actually help guide you in a certain way. You guys are going to have a lot of activity with your 12th house in November too, because there's going to be a new moon in Scorpio, which is obviously your 6th house, but it's going to be opposite Uranus in Taurus, which is your 12th house. So you might get some insights around that time. And then also, obviously, there's going to be a full moon in Taurus in November too, and it's actually going to be trine Pluto in Capricorn. So if this is around investments, look out for those two lunar cycles where you might get some insight around, okay, is this the right investment for me or not? And when I say investment, like I said, it could be time, money, energy, resources, you name it. All right, the position of your influence on the situation, we have the High Priestess. So for some of you, this could just be saying that intuitively you might be tuned in already. But for a lot of you, given what we were just talking about, I feel like this is saying that this is the energy you're being asked to be in for the month. Like, okay, try to just, yes, we understand that you're digging deep with the practicality of the situation, right? But it could just be saying to try to just relax a little bit, tune in, tap into your intuition, and see if any additional information comes your way that way, right? Because it looks like you've exhausted all of the logical pathways of thought around the situation. So it could just be saying that that might actually put you over the edge one way or the other as far as making a decision. All right, in the environment position, we have the Lovers. So this is actually the major arcana card for Gemini, and I've been pointing out to people how lately when I see this card, I think about things being worked out behind the scenes, right? Because we see the angel figure behind the two people, and it looks like their hands are working some kind of magic of some sort, right? So it could just be saying that in your environment, there might be things. So like I said, if all of a sudden you start getting these synchronicities that start coming out of nowhere regarding the situation that you've been racking your brains about for however long you've been doing it, it could just be saying really pay attention to that. There would be a reason for those signs to be coming your way. This could also say if you're maybe having a little bit of hesitancy trusting the people in your environment, I feel like this is saying that they do actually mean well. So like I said, if this is someone that comes back around all of a sudden with an offer that they might have made in the past and then changed their mind, I feel like this is saying that, they are being divinely guided in some way too, to come back around with that offer. So just some stuff to keep in mind there. But yeah, definitely a good card to see in your environment. All right, in the hopes or fears position, we have the Four of Swords. So for the majority of you, I'm going to assume this is a hope, right? It seems like you want more time to really think things through before taking action. And it's understandable. We, at the time of recording this, we're just now wrapping up the Mercury retrograde. It's still going to be in the shadow until I think around the 3rd or 4th of November. So, we're not fully out of the woods yet, but obviously in November, things might start to clear up quite a bit from there. But yeah, this could just be primarily what it's saying, that you're like, okay, maybe things got a little bit confusing around that time. You maybe were having a little bit of difficulty trusting your thoughts, so that energy should clear up in November for sure. And actually, at the bottom of the deck too, we have Justice, which is Libra energy. So, and interestingly enough, beneath that we have Temperance, which is Sagittarius energy, which also they both represent balance in their own ways. And obviously, we see the same angel symbolism there that we see in the environment. So, looks like there's definitely going to be, like I said, if you feel like you've exhausted everything from a practical, logical standpoint with your thoughts around the situation, it looks like you might start getting signs and synchronicities from other areas. All right, and in the outcome position, we have the 10 of Pentacles, so more Virgo energy here. And obviously, this looks like a lot of growth, stability, right? And that could be in your home environment. So for some of you, you might decide to move, and it might actually be a beneficial decision for you. For others of you, could just represent if you've been, again, if this is around some kind of investments that you've been thinking about. Looks like there could be some growth around that as well. So definitely pretty positive energy to wrap up the reading for sure. All right, and moving on to your oracle card, we have Time for a Nap. There's the artwork, and the number is 24. All right, so yeah, this definitely makes me think of that High Priestess energy, and well, like I said, even with the Lovers, the Ace of Cups, definitely try to pay attention to your dream world this month, or even just when you're imagining, if you start to daydream, whatever the case may be, you might just get signs from different pathways than usual. Let's just say it that way. And like I said, it would make sense too with the fact that the new moon's going to activate 12th house energy for you, and the full moon is going to activate 12th house energy. So let's see. Under essential meanings, it says rest, rejuvenation, and renewal, temporary non-action, allowing dreams to arise. The oracle's message: this is a time to step away and rest. Let the cares of your world go. Go into a state of non-action and allow yourself to be free of the shackles of your goals, your list, your desires. Nothing is as important as rest, detachment, and neutrality. The overly busy mind can block you from inner wisdom if you don't step back, take a seat, and rest. Be willing to let dreams surface and ideas flow through you, absent any force or conscious direction, as you observe without engagement now. So, pretty positive message there. Similar to what we had already talked about, so I hope that resonated with you. The relationship message says, when it comes to matters at heart, don't make any plans right now. If you're not partnered, it's good to take this time out to get to know yourself. If you're involved with someone, relax and just be with your partner. This is going to be an uneventful moment in time. Don't force anything now. Allow things to flow naturally, and a beautiful renewal will take place all by itself. Patience is the key to your heart's desire right now. Withdraw from action in your relationship and give it a rest so that your love and connection can become rejuvenated. So definitely a pretty positive message there. And that seems to support what we see with the High Priestess and what we talked about with the Lover's energy too, which, like I said, could be things being worked out behind the scenes. All right, and the prosperity message says, this is a great time to take a break from your busy schedule and allow yourself the opportunity to step back. Your plans are meant to be put on ice. Your goals can wait. Dream, imagine, and let go of attachments to any outcome now. Meditate and take a holiday if you can. Things will speed up soon enough. After a break, you may want to make some changes. Epiphanies have an amazing way of arising when you take your focus off your to-do list and allow yourself to rest. So, pretty positive message there too. I hope that resonated. And moving on to your Mudra card. All right, this is your Mudra for the month. It's the Apana Mudra. The keyword for it is release. Okay, and let's see. Get it to focus first. All right, there we go. So if you want to pause it or take a screenshot to read what it has to say, you can. But under benefits, it says general detoxifying effect on the body, improves elimination, reduces constipation, benefits the urinary bladder and uterus, regulates menstruation, clarifies the skin. So if that sounds like a Mudra you think would be beneficial for you guys, we'll put the name of it in the description of the video as always. We'll wrap up there, and I'll see you guys next month. All right, bye.